Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood updates here, so remember to subscribe for the latest videos. It all began with a flash of paparazzi light, a ripple of exposed skin, and the immediate, scorching attention of millions of fans and critics alike. Emily Osment, once the adorable and cheeky younger sister on Disney Channel's Hannah Montana, has officially shattered every childhood stereotype and stunned the world with a series of increasingly bold, jaw-dropping bikini photos that are circulating across social media faster than wildfire. What began as a harmless poolside snap has turned into a viral inferno, with fans, haters, fashion insiders, body image analysts, and celebrity watchers all scrambling to weigh in. The internet is ablaze, and Emily is at the center of it all, smoldering, confident, unbothered, and undeniably grown. Every single image is more daring than the last, but it's that final photo, the one that critics are calling too inappropriate even for adults, that has tongues wagging, pulses racing, and the gossip world absolutely shook. But how did we get here? How did Emily Osment go from the sweet, blonde, sitcom psychic to the sultry, empowered, and unapologetically sensual icon redefining her identity one pose at a time? This is no ordinary celebrity bikini post. This is a radical transformation, a carefully orchestrated evolution, a shocking reintroduction to a woman Hollywood thought it knew, but never truly saw. And as millions gasp, click, and repost, Daily Gossip is here to take you behind every scandalous frame, every glittering caption, every emotional comment thread that's erupted in her wake. Because this isn't just about skin. It's about power, identity,
fame,
and the right to be more than what the world expected. Emily Osment has always carried with her a quiet tension, straddling the line between teen sweetheart and breakout adult star, between that girl from Disney and a serious actress chasing her own narrative. But over the past year, that tension has exploded into something fierce, deliberate, and intensely glamorous. With her striking new look, toned curves, wet hair, designer shades, and barely their swimwear, Emily has demanded to be seen, not as a nostalgic footnote from your childhood, but as a woman who controls her own image. And the internet has responded with obsession. The bikini photos in question aren't just pictures. They're a public declaration. In the first few, she's lounging confidently on a yacht in a glittering red two-piece, drenched in sunlight, exuding a kind of casual dominance that screams luxury. In another, she's waist-deep in turquoise water, her back turned, head glancing seductively over her shoulder, a pose that instantly became the most shared post on fan accounts worldwide. But it was the final photo, posted mysteriously and then deleted within minutes, that caused the greatest stir. Wearing an impossibly tiny metallic bikini, standing against a sunset with windswept hair and skin that glowed like gold, Emily broke the internet. The shot left little to the imagination, and yet it was tastefully crafted, artfully lit, and drenched in emotion. Was she vulnerable or untouchable? Bold or bare? Empowered or exposed? The debate rages on. And as that image ricocheted across Reddit threads, gossip blogs, Instagram stories, and international tabloids, the message became clear. Emily Osment is not asking for your approval. She's taking control. She's rewriting the rules. And Hollywood doesn't know what to do with it. Fans have rallied behind her, calling her a goddess, a queen, and the poster woman for body confidence in 2025. Critics, meanwhile, accuse her of going too far, of trying too hard, of weaponizing nostalgia and shock value to stay relevant. But those critics miss the point entirely. Emily Osment isn't just trying to stay relevant. She's evolving past the constraints of her past, burning the script written for her by agents, execs, and the public alike. These bikini photos are just the opening salvo in what many are calling her Osment era, a season of fire, fame, and fearless expression. And every detail matters. Her captions, witty, cryptic, and powerful, read like journal entries from a woman reclaiming her space. Her poses, once sweet and posed, are now relaxed, daring, and oozing with authority. Every accessory, whether it's a luxury anklet, gold hoops, or the glass of champagne in her manicured hand, is dripping with symbolism. The message, "I'm rich, I'm real, I've arrived, and I'm not going back." Insiders whisper that these photos weren't just for fun. They were part of a strategic visual campaign curated by a secret team of image consultants and PR stylists. Some say Emily is in talks for a major adult thriller series on HBO, one that would require her to shed every trace of her Disney past, and these photos are just phase one. Others believe she's preparing for a high-end fashion campaign, maybe even lingerie, and this is her way of testing public waters. And then there's the emotional layer. In her recent interviews, Emily has hinted at years of repression, creative silencing, and pressure to conform. "I've always been afraid to take up space," she once said. But not anymore. That statement now echoes louder than ever as her bikini images reclaim the spotlight. This isn't a scandal, it's a statement. A bold, blazing celebration of womanhood, freedom, and the right to control one's narrative. And as gossip sites, influencers, and late-night hosts dissect every pixel of every picture, Emily Osment stands unbothered, a phoenix rising, a queen unchained. What comes next may just be even hotter than that last photo. But one thing is certain, Emily Osment is no longer hiding. The photo may have only lasted a few minutes online before being deleted, but its impact will linger in Hollywood history for years to come. That final shot of Emily Osment, posed like an unbothered goddess against a blood-orange sunset, her bikini barely holding on to propriety, was more than a viral moment. It was an emotional, cultural earthquake. As the image spread like wildfire across every social platform, whispers became headlines, headlines became think pieces, and think pieces spiraled into an avalanche of speculation, obsession, and even reverence. Media outlets rushed to deconstruct the deeper meaning. Was this the moment Emily Osment shattered the last fragments of her child star label? Was she reclaiming her body, her brand, and her narrative in a society that has often denied women in her position the dignity of transformation? Fan reactions poured in by the millions. On TikTok, creators posted side-by-side comparisons of her Disney Channel days and her new beachside persona, with captions like, "Emily's glow-up is the stuff of legends," and "This is how you break the mold." Instagram flooded with edits and tributes, some emotional, some spicy, all passionate. One viral tweet simply read, "Miley walked so Emily could run." Meanwhile, conservative voices clutched pearls over what they deemed a public unraveling of modesty, calling the photo inappropriate, indecent, and a betrayal of childhood fans. But their outrage only added fuel to the fire. As with all icons who evolve, controversy is part of the package, and Emily wore it like couture. Her next post, days after the storm erupted, was a cryptic black and white mirror selfie with no caption. Still, fans knew exactly what it meant. She was watching, waiting, and in full control. Behind the scenes, sources close to Osment revealed to Daily Gossip that the bikini series was never random. It had been months in the making. From the choice of photographers, one a Vogue favorite, another known for their emotionally raw portraits, to the settings, locations, and even the accessories, every element was selected to reflect a deliberate rebrand. This was no accidental thirst trap. It was Emily's manifesto. One insider shared, she wanted to turn heads but also start a conversation. She knew people would call it inappropriate. That's why she did it. To push back. The same source confirmed she has turned down multiple offers from men's magazines looking to sensationalize the images, instead opting for art house partnerships that align with her newfound empowerment. Emily, it seems, has studied the trajectory of former co-stars and pop culture rebels before her, Britney, Lindsay, Miley, Selena, and is determined to do it her way. Classy but provocative, bold yet emotionally rooted. The timing couldn't be more perfect. With the entertainment industry undergoing seismic shifts in representation and female power, Emily's pivot arrives as both a statement and a strategy. Rumors have now reached a fever pitch about her being cast in an upcoming streaming giant's erotic thriller, a departure from anything she's done, requiring emotional depth and on-screen vulnerability. Insiders suggest that her recent bikini images were used as part of a private audition reel sent directly to producers, showcasing her confidence and transformation. She's no longer the quirky girl next door. She's the woman who owns the camera. The narrative surrounding Emily has also inspired deeper conversations about the policing of female celebrity bodies. Body-positive advocates have rallied to her defense, pointing out that the criticisms she faces are rooted in old-world expectations that deny women the freedom to evolve in public. Emily Osment's photos aren't inappropriate. One writer said in a now-viral article, "They're revolutionary." And yet, despite the roaring discourse, Emily remains curiously silent. She hasn't spoken directly about the bikini photos, letting the images and the internet speak for her. It's a power move, one that signals control, detachment, and self-assurance. And fans love her for it. Even more telling are the unexpected reactions from other celebrities. Her former co-star Miley Cyrus allegedly sent her a bouquet of red roses with a note that read, "Now that's how you shake the room." Selena Gomez quietly liked the deleted photo before it vanished, and Zendaya followed Emily on Instagram shortly after it went viral. In Hollywood, silence is rarely just silence, it's alignment. If Emily is curating an empire, she's doing so with the precision of a strategist and the soul of an artist. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, insiders say she's never been happier. Sources say she's working on a memoir, tentatively titled Unscripted, and that she's been journaling throughout this transformation. She wants to tell her story in her own words, a close friend revealed. The bikini photos are just the first chapter. With the press still spinning and paparazzi camped outside every LA gym and beach she might possibly visit, one thing is clear. Emily Osment has arrived. Not as a nostalgia figure, not as a supporting actress, but as the woman of the moment. The star who said, "You want inappropriate? I'll show you bold." And she did. So if you're still clutching your pearls, you might want to let go, because Emily isn't done. More photos are rumored to drop in the next fashion editorial she's said to be shooting with a European luxury house. And if the past is any indication, those images will be even more daring, more radiant, and more talked about than ever before. Emily Osment has made the world feel hot, bothered, inspired, and uncomfortably awakened, all with one bikini. And she did it without apology. Because this is her body, her story, her fire. And we're all just watching it burn. Subscribe to Daily Gossip for more exclusive stories, glamorous celebrity transformations, and jaw-dropping revelations every day.